learning new skills comes in multiple ways. Some people learn a new skill when they hear it. Some people can learn a new skill when they see it. And some people learn a new skill when they do it. Hear it, see it, or do it. There are multiple ways in which we learn new skills, but our job as a leader is to understand our people and then transform that learning into language that they understand. That is your job as a leader. That is the challenge as a leader, to be able to train our team the way they need to understand the message, not the way we deliver the message. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to JT in the Raw, show 236. And after a break last week for Good Friday, the only day other than Christmas Day we have off, I want to wish everybody a happy Easter. I hope you all had a wonderful time. In Australia, we ate lots of Easter eggs, chocolate. And I learned this week that in the US, they have this golden egg thing where they've hired money, nickels and dimes and dollars inside like plastic eggs, and that's the egg hunt. Who knew? Who knew? Good morning, Mirror. So this week, I was organising, or am organising, a training session for next Thursday for my netball team. So I coach the under-13s and the under-14s netball team, and I'm putting together this session. And I know there's a couple of drills that I really wanted to do, or a couple of skills that I wanted to teach the girls. So I Googled it, and I went on to multiple different platforms to find skills, found some drills to do exactly what I wanted. Anyway, I'm reading through them and I'm going, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So I then went to YouTube and I searched the name of the drill. When on YouTube, I could then see the drill. I could see what the purpose, the direction, the lines that the girls were running in this drill. All of a sudden, I now understood the drill. See, ladies and gentlemen, we all learn in different ways. Now, I know with my 13 and 14-year-old girls that if I told them how to do a drill, they won't pick it up. I know that when I'm taught how to do a drill, I don't know. I can't get it. I have to see the drill. For 13 and 14-year-old girls, they need to do the drill. We need to walk through the drill. And this is why in any business, role play is an important aspect. Because doing the drill, whatever that is so important. Is so important to understand the drill, understand the content, understand the new skill. Role play is important. So, what I like to explain to people, and when I'm running a training course for groups of people, I'll tell them, I'll show them, and I'll have them do. And your job as a leader, when you're working one-on-one or with a group of people, is to listen to what people are saying. Because if someone says to you, can you show me exactly how that works? That means that they're a visual learner. It means they've got to see the drill. That's me. When they say, can you tell me how that works again? Auditory. Can we do that? Can we walk through that? The more time we spend teaching someone how to do something, the better chance they're going to have of doing that thing. So here's what we have to do. We have to take our time in training. In fact, I want to share something with you today that I learned this week from an esteemed colleague out of the US. He said this: in most jobs, we train our staff. He said that's not what our staff need. He said our staff need to be educated. They don't need to be trained, they need to be educated. They need to understand more of the why and the how. Now with the why and the how, sometimes we can tell them that, but more importantly, we need them to be able to see why we do things. We need them to see how we do things. That becomes our job. So, I want you to think this week. What can I do in my business that makes my training even better? What can I do? And I reckon it's incorporating those 3 learning outcomes. How do I tell them how to do something? How do I show them how to do something? And then how do I get them to do something? And when we cover all 3, it's important, because they'll then have the knowledge to be able to do that new skill or understand that content. Now, there's a variable. Sometimes, depending on that subject, but sometimes on that topic, your people, might be auditory learners. So for example, you can explain to me how to do something, and I'm trying to think of an example of what that might be. Okay, I've been playing rugby for 40 years. So if you explain something to me in rugby, I can probably get it. I can hear it, and in my mind I can see it, so I understand it. Netball is new, 5 years. So you can explain a drill to me and I cannot see it. I cannot see it in my head. I need to see it visually. So depending on my experience, depending on what I'm doing, will depend on how much you need to go into either visual, auditory, or having me do it. Sales processes. You can tell me a sales process, and after 30 years of understanding a sales process, I can hear it, so I understand it. But if I was brand new into doing something on my computer, I need to do it on my computer to understand. I can't even see it. I need to do it when I'm on my computer. So depending what skill we're learning, it means that we have a different way we need to teach. Your job as a leader is to adapt your training to the person that's in front of you. And if you've got a group of people, then what you need to do is hit all 3 modalities of training so that they understand what they need to learn. G'day John, how are you mate? Hope you're doing safe and sound over there in the UK. Hey, if you got value out of today's show, I would love you to hit me with a love heart right now, whether you're watching live or on replay. Sean Lestrange, good morning. If you can hit a love heart, I'd be grateful. Because really our job as leaders is to teach our team. Is to teach our team to get better and better at what they do. In order to get better, they need new skills. They need to understand content. They need to be educated. Question is, how are you educating them? How are you teaching them those new skills? That is my question for you. How are you teaching them? Make sure you understand some people hear, some people see, and some people need to do those new skills. If you got any value out of today's show, as always, I would love you to share the show. Just hit the share button wherever it is on whatever platform you're watching. Hit the share button. I'd be really grateful. And I'd love to know at any stage what your learning modality is, but your experiences when you're teaching people around that hear, see, and do model for teaching new skills. Hear, see, and do. Those 3 lessons again. When you're teaching a new skill to your team as a leader, you must adjust your teachings so that you can hit people who hear things, who see things, and who need to do things. Hope to catch you next week. In the meantime, catch you on the flip side.